So a video that I made called My Eating Problem recently has gotten a couple hundred views super randomly. It was sitting at like no views for over a year. And then I started showing people my channel and making a little bit more of an effort to reach people. And I know that I still don't have a big audience, but it feels interesting that that video is now my most viewed video. Because I watch it now and there's a lot of stuff that you can tell I was talking about at a time when nobody was looking at my channel. This is the start of an issue, or not an issue, I don't want to call it that. This is the start of just a circumstance that I'm going to have to learn to get more and more used to as I'm doing this. My words have an effect on the world, or at least in the people in the small circle that I reach. And I just want to make sure that I'm very, very tactful from here on. There are things that I talked about in that video that I don't know how I would feel with reaching an extremely wide group of people. There aren't a whole lot of videos on this channel that I outright regret other than just they're embarrassing. And I still don't regret that video. But I don't know how I feel about it being out there now that some people have seen it. There are a few videos from last summer that I'm very proud to have made, but I'm not sure if I want to leave up. Which stinks because I think there are some great videos in that summer playlist, and I would feel bad for removing some of them, and so there's not a complete collection anymore. But I only say that I want to remove some because those videos are specifically calling out some people who would know exactly who I'm talking about if they watched it. And I don't paint them in the best light from these one-off little stories that I have to tell about them. Times that they made me feel bad in some way, or I felt bad in response to something that they did, is a better way to put it. I really, really want to be tactful. And I had a big epiphany last week that I really want to just make sure that I'm making videos expressing myself always in the name of love. Which is cheeseball as cheeseball can be. Obviously it is if Bono said it. But I really, really do want to be rooted in love. I want to be rooted in truth is a big part of it also. And I think if you get down to the truth of a lot of the circumstances that I find myself in, like even the frustrating ones, they come from my love of something. There's one person in particular that I didn't talk super fondly about in a previous video because of a time when they sort of put down my input, my opinion on something. But that frustration with them comes from a certain love of them or their character or their place in my life also. I was hurt by what they did or said to me because I valued their opinion and I wanted them to think well of me. If there wasn't some level of respect between us, we can just call it what it is. It's love. It doesn't mean romantic love. It doesn't mean the love that we sort of think of traditionally. If there wasn't some sort of love between me and this person, then them putting me down would probably not hurt nearly as much. And so I think that just making sure that I'm being as truthful as I can with myself and, with whoever chooses to hear it, is really, really important. For me, I think love is the most truthful thing that I can I just think the love is the truth at the end of the day. And I am proud of myself for expressing myself in any video that I bothered to film and upload, and I don't want to be living the rest of my life, as long as I'm doing this, in fear. I don't want to try to be avoiding topics. I want to give it the full expression that it deserves, which I'm finding more and more these days is through an expression of love. So yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with those past videos, but at the very least, I've learned. I've sort of regrounded with what my mission is going forward.